Hello, my lovely Scorpio people. My name is Patricia. For those of you who don't know who I am, welcome to my channel, O Despertar da Lilith. That's Portuguese for the awakening of Lilith. Today, I decided to start with your sign because I'm recording for November 2019. So I divided the reading in three different decks. The first deck, I'm going to take three cards for love. The second one will be three cards for family. And the third one will be for money and work and, stuff of that nature. I already took a card here with a message of an action that you guys have to practice in the month of November. And I'm actually going to read it to you now so we can get it out of the way, okay? So it says here, respect your commitments and the people around you. Don't take on more than you can handle. Consider every yes very carefully. Once you've said yes, make it your personal objective to complete every task you agree to do, whether for yourself or others. Ask for help if you need it, okay? So you need to concentrate on being reliable this month of November. Probably, it could mean that you will be very, very busy and you won't have a lot of time either for yourself or for others. So you got to be careful not to be promising that you will be there for people when you really can't make it. Okay. So you don't come across as unreliable. All right. At the end of the reading, I'm going to take one card from two oracles. One of them will be, the animals, the spirit animals, and another one will be from the archangels. But let's start with the main reading. Okay. I don't want to take too long. By the way, for those of you who are curious to know, I'm originally from Brazil, so that's why I have an accent. And I ask already, for you guys to be patient with my English. Some days I'm too tired, and it might not work very well. But be patient, and we'll get there. Okay. All right. Let's start with love. Let me see what cards will come up for you guys for this month of November. By the way, this reading is for the people who have the sun, the moon, or their rising sign in the sign of Scorpio, okay? What is in store for the people with sun, moon, or rising sign in Scorpio in the love life for the month of November? Give me three cards, please. What's in store for the love life? By the way, if you understand Portuguese, I'll be making the same reading in Portuguese right after I'm finished with this one, okay? So stay tuned. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you like my video, I would love if you could give your like, your share, and your comments too. Wow, a lot of fire energy here for the love life. Okay, so let me just get into it already. So we started with the Queen of Wands, or Queen of Fire. Okay, so that means there will be a lot of passion. You'll be very, very passionate this month of November. You will also be very creative. Okay, you will want to make things happen in your life, which is really, really good. And I wouldn't be surprised if you would be even more passionate than you already are, right? Because you guys are super passionate in love, very sexual, very magnetic. So it will be your month, and there will be a lot of planets also in the sign of Scorpio. So obviously you will be very, very powerful this month. Okay, so this is wonderful to see the Queen of Wands here representing your energy, full of passion, full of fire, full of the will to create, full of creativity. The only bad side of this Queen is that she could be a little too prideful, sometimes a little selfish if she's not very careful. Okay, and she could also get involved with gossiping. So, but because the card came in a very positive position, meaning upright, then I will only concentrate on the positive traits of this woman. However, it can fit for men or a woman, who belongs to the sign of Scorpio. And of course, you could also be dealing with somebody of a fire sign, which could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, okay? And this person and you might have a very passionate encounter, sexually, especially, okay? But over here, one more warning, let's say. Let me put this card up right so you can see the image, okay? We have here Mars in Leo. Mars in Leo is extremely passionate, okay? Especially in bed, they are very affectionate, they're hungry, they act like an animal, okay, in bed. But this card has a lot to do with defensiveness, being passionate in defending yourself, in defending what you believe. So, because we're talking about the ones, and the ones also can represent communications spoken, okay, and it came in this position, like upside down, it can represent that you might really have to be careful with gossiping, because you might be attacked by jealous people, who will be, like, they're very prideful, they are very jealous, and they're very egotistical people, and they might want to attack you this month, because you will have the light shining on you, because it is your month, and you will have a lot of planets in your sign. So therefore, Scorpio people will be, in the spotlight this month. So there will be a lot of jealous people of your shine, okay, I would say. And of course, with this card, it could mean that you will be the how can I say, the talk of the town, or people would be bad mouthing you, or people would want to gossip about you, make up things, and then you might feel the need to defend yourself, okay. The other meaning for this card, the Seven of Wands, like in this position, is that because of all this attack, you might feel a little discouraged, or feeling a little overwhelmed by the energy, by the attacks. You might feel a lot of doubt even in yourself, because of all these negative energies that will be coming your way. You might want to be isolating yourself as well, or feel like you are in an disadvantage, because as you can see, you are holding one of the sticks, but there are other six sticks coming after you, and it's exhausting to be trying to defend your honor like this, because the warrior energy comes from Mars, right? And then you have the honor coming from Leo. And so Mars in Leo makes the person really want to fight for the honor, for that dignity. Because, like I said, there will be people who want to talk crap about you. And it's all jealousy. So you will have to be really, really strong this month not to fall for this trap, because the more energy you put into fighting those people, it's less energy that you will be spending on enjoying your life, enjoying your moment, enjoying your spotlight, and even your relationships, because it is in the area of love, right? In relationships. So, just be careful not to fight a lot with the people you love, also because of the gossip, okay? Because you might even want to fight with your partner because of this stupid gossips. So I would say just let it go, breathe, okay? Breathe, because you will be extremely passionate, even within the energy to fight people back. So just be careful. Use that energy to meditate, to be more spiritual, and to hold your power. That's your power. This is your power month. Okay. Another warning here is for you to stop thinking that you don't have enough. You deserve better. Okay. This is the card, Five of Coins, is a card of the lack of. Okay, instead of the abundance, you could be vibrating in the energy of, I don't have enough love in my life, I don't have enough support in my life, I don't have money, or help, financial help, even from the people I love enough. And the card is coming upside down, saying stop thinking that way, stop vibrating that negative energy, because what you believe will come true. So if you believe you're not lucky in love, you only end up being, out in the cold when it comes to love, that means you will attract that. So you need to stop that mindset when it comes to love. Okay, you just think that you deserve abundance, and then it will come to you. Okay, because where energy goes, power flows, or energy flows. So just concentrate on the good stuff when it comes to love, and things will fall in the right place. Okay, you have to believe that you deserve something better. Okay, now let's talk about family. What are the messages from the angels for the people who have Scorpio in their moon, sun, and rising signs? Sorry, I have small hands, so it might be a little difficult for you guys, to see me shuffling. One more time. Give me 3 cards, please, to show me the family energy for Scorpio in this month of November. What are the messages? Queen of Air, Queen of Swords. Good. Okay, 5 of Swords came upside down, and the 8 of Swords came upside down, which is wonderful, okay, because those are negative energies. So, I see Queens coming out here really like strongly, so which is really your power coming through. Okay, let's talk about the Queen of Air, the Queen of Swords. Okay, you will feel very independent, or so since this is a court card. Okay, so court cards could mean your energy or somebody really close to you. We're talking about family here, so it could mean this lady, this Queen of Swords. She sometimes is represented of the widow. Okay, the woman that went through a lot of hardship in her life. Sometimes she's also the single mother, so she doesn't have time for bullshit, okay? She uses her sword to literally cut the bullshitters out of her life. So, when it comes to your family, you might be a little too logical or sharp, especially with your tongue. So you got to be careful with the things you say to people in your family, because you could cut people deeply, okay, with what you say. But you also are very focused, which is good, because this is the energy of logic here. Do what is right, okay, because you guys are very intense usually, right? You represent you are one of the water signs, so therefore you are very sentimental, very feeling oriented, but you tend to bottle up everything, and you are extremely intense in your feelings. So but not everybody can tell what you're thinking or feeling. And over here, we see the energy of mind. Okay, so you'll be feeling independent, very experienced. Like I said, you've been through a lot of shit already in your life. You don't have time for bullshit. Okay, so you'll be realistic as well, and as the card says, you'll be witty. So there will be probably some decision making that you will have to take on ownership of. So you will have to use your logic to make those choices. Okay, it says objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in a situation. So this is representative to me as the energy from Pluto in Capricorn. Capricorn is extremely logical and also very practical and organizational. In their dealings with life, everything has to be very realistic. It has to make sense. If it doesn't have a use for it, it has to be discarded. And the discarding energy comes from Pluto, which is the ruler of Scorpio. So these are really times to remove people who are toxic from your life. Even the things in your life, like let's say your home life, there are objects that need to be removed from your house. Why? Because energy get stuck in objects as well, right? So let's say you had a bad relationship in the past, and you still hold on to a lot of objects from your exes, or the people that hurt you, or things that remind you of the fights of the past. You need to get rid of those things, because the energy is stuck in those things, in those objects, and they can bring hardship, and they can bring sorrow, and they can bring a lot of negativity into your life. So you have to start doing a little cleaning, self cleaning also, especially because Mercury will be retrograde for the most part of November. Therefore you have to dig deep, and Mercury will be in Scorpio. So therefore it's time to really think about who you want to keep in your life, what you want to keep in your life, and you really should choose what is useful or has meaning, something for long term that is beneficial to you. If it's not, it could be a person, it could be an object, it has to go. Okay, and then you have to use the sword of yours to make that decision, almost in a cold-blooded way. Like, don't be too sentimental about it. Get rid of it. Okay, I know some people who like to keep pictures of the wedding, or even sometimes ladies like to keep the wedding dress. Get rid of it. If you are divorced already, or that person cheated on you, get rid of it, because there is no point in keeping something that has negative feelings to it. Yes, you have good memories, but memories are supposed to be stuck inside your heart and your mind. You don't need objects to remind you of things. Okay, so just be practical about it. um the other two energies, I really like this part, of this reading for you guys, because the Queen of Air, she's being very practical here and very logical, like I said, very matter of fact, and she's swift too, very fast, right? The two negative cards, they came upside down, which is really good. So Eight of Air or Eight of Swords is a card of self-sabotaging. So it's like you being trapped within your mind, your fears or illusions about something or someone, and that keeping you from moving forward, right? It's a lack of self-confidence, making you afraid to move on. And finally the card came out, upside down, saying this is your time to act. And the proof is what? The Queen of Air came upright, right? That means you will take courage to be just cutting through all the bullshit and all the bad people and all the bad things, and you will kind of renew your family life that way because you will make those decisions. Another card that is really bad, that talks about a lot of fighting, especially a lot of bad words, words that cut deep, being said to each other in a family environment, that will stop, right? Because before, probably you had a lot of fights with some family members, but this month you will decide to keep the peace, because you will learn that it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if you are right about what you're talking about, or about what you're fighting about. What matters is sometimes what you say cannot be taken back, right? The words cannot be taken back when the wound is already too deep, because here you have a sword, you don't have a knife. So of course the damage will be monumental. So you gotta be careful with what you say. And because you're so powerful and you're so deep, and you do have the tendency sometimes to get revenge, towards people who hurt you, then of course you are a powerful energy. And this time, this month, you need to try to keep the peace in the family environment. Okay. And that also could be related to the first, the first cards. It could be with a husband or a wife. You need to be, logical, meaning why are you going to fight with your partner if, the gossip is coming from outside, let's say, whatever it is. The point is to keep peace, and yes, get rid of things, and people that no longer serve your purpose in life, no longer have the same wishes that you have for your long-term life. This is a very decisive moment in everybody's life, because Saturn and Pluto are both in Capricorn. So we have to clean up the house, the internal house, the external house, and everything else. Okay, these are the important times in our life when we self-transform, and that's exactly what you always do anyway, right? So that's the message for the family. Let's talk about money and work right now. Sorry, sometimes it's harder for me to speak because it's English, and today my English is not very good. What's in store about money life and work life for the people with Scorpio and Sun, Moon, and Rising? One more turn. You sexy devils. I had to say that because Scorpio people are so freaking sexy and, magnetic. They got to be careful with the power, because they could also be very manipulative, right? They make people do whatever they want to do. This, psychology is the sign related to sorry, psychology is related to Scorpio, okay? Because it's the deep psyche, right? Where you dive deep into people and you find out their most deepest secret, even without a word, right? Because you have that power. So people who don't use it wisely, they can use it to manipulate people, knowing people's weaknesses just to use them to their advantage. So you got to be careful with that power, okay? Because God chose you to be born under this powerful sign for a reason. So don't misuse it, okay? Because there is a thing called karma, and karma is known for being a bitch. So if you don't want to be bitten in the back, in the butt later on by karma for the things that you did, don't do something bad just because somebody did something wrong to you, okay? Just forgive those jerks and move on. You are better than this. Okay, money and work. Okay, for money and work, we started with the Six of Cups. So maybe you guys miss an old job or an old financial life that you used to have. Maybe things haven't been very good financially lately, and so you're missing prosperous times from the past. Okay, um, maybe you or some of you are even considering going back home to find a job. Like sometimes we travel to another country or we travel far away from home for work, and then we miss family and friends. Exactly what happened to me recently. I was in Southern California for work, but I had no family and friends there, so I decided to come back, quit my job there, and come back to be with family and friends. And so this could be something similar to some of you, okay? But overall, it's just that feeling of nostalgia where you miss better times financially, a better job, so just hanging there, okay? Just hanging there. I can see that you have been struggling with money in a way because, the miser, right? The Four of Cups, which is, that feeling of holding on to your coins, okay, or your work or your possessions. It has been very, very strong. But you also have to be very careful with wasting your money this month, because you have been wanting more abundance, right? Financial abundance. But you gotta be careful, because this card also, when it comes like this, upside down, it can talk about financial loss. It can about you taking some financial risks, or having gone through some monetary difficulties because of those risks. And in some cases, for some people, okay, those financial troubles come from gambling, okay, from spending money gambling with their money, like actually gambling in a casino, or just like, well, I'm going to invest this money, a lot of money in this thing, and then it doesn't pay out. Okay, so in a way it is gambling. Sometimes also gambling could mean like you decided to lend some money to a friend, and thinking that you would get something in return, but then the friend ended up not being able to pay you back, so now you're struggling. So there are many ways to see it, okay? But hold on to your money a little this month, because I see the lack of stability. Okay, there is lacking a strong foundation here. The Four of Wands came upside down. The Four of Wands, it really is that strong foundation that holds us, in place, like a nice home, a nice marriage with somebody, right? That nice love life, nice work, everything is stable. But we see that it's not stable, okay? It might not be stable financially for you guys this month. So whatever it is, you could, be going through some financial hardships this month. So the warning here is really try to take care of your money. Don't take big risks, especially because Mercury will be retrograde from the 31st of October until November 20th. And when, Mercury is retrograde, it makes us think weird and act weird as well. So do not sign any contract. Do not make any big decisions about big changes in your life until Mercury is already direct. I would even suggest not doing that until December, okay, beginning of December, like December 2nd on, because then Jupiter will be in Capricorn. Capricorn represents career and also is an earth sign, so it is related to money. Jupiter brings good luck, brings expansion, and by then, December 2nd on, by then we will already have Mercury going direct, so your mind will be clearer, oh my goodness, clearer. You understand, right? You will think better. Sorry, my English is really bad today. But you will be able to make better decisions. And then also, if you are supposed to sign a contract, let's say you want to change homes, okay, moving, you could do it when Mercury goes direct, because if you do it while it's retrograde, you could miss something in the contract or in the leasing agreement that could, bite you in the ass afterwards and cost you a lot of money. So if you're buying a house, for example, if you sign the contract, you can find out that the house has foundation issues, and then you spend a lot of money, and then it will make you miss the old house, let's say. So just be careful with your money this month. Pretty much be careful with your words as well, and of course be careful with a lot of envy and jealousy and gossiping. But you will be very powerful this month. You will be a little more logic. You will be thinking clearly, okay? You just need to pay attention to the emotions, because the emotions here are more related to anger and to impulsiveness. And so there will be people that will be testing you this month. And I don't want anything bad to happen to you, because it is your month, it is your time to shine. And whoever is jealous, to hell with them. So let's take one little card from the, it's not little, look at the size of this thing. It's huge, but the cards are very thin, so it's hard to pick them up from the table. Hold on just a second. Let me move these over here. Hold on, let me see if am I missing to say anything in any of those cards before I move on to this. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, I did forget. So also with work, you gotta be careful, okay, because there might be some miscommunication at work. Some gossiping as well could be coming from work, from somebody who is jealous of you, and that people could misunderstand you, or you could misunderstand them, and then you could have some issues at work as well. Another thing that related to money that you need to be careful is that these hardships in the financial area could come from an excess of celebration, because it will be your birthday, right? So you will want to spend a lot of money to celebrate yourself, because you are feeling all powerful, all proud of who you are. And I mean, I'm not against it, celebrate yourself, but the message here is do it in moderation, because otherwise you will be having to deal with a lot of debt afterwards, okay? So that's the message. So moving on to the oracle of the wild animals. What are the message? One more time, please. One card. I promise you guys, I speak way much better in Portuguese. I don't have a lot of space in my little desk here. Okay, see, so there is some protection here from the spirit world, so you should be proud and be very, very grateful, okay? So you got the white stag, a white stag, and it's the protector. It says here, you are a node, so your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings within your magic, with your magic. And like I said, to be a Scorpio, okay, is not for the weak of heart, who really are supposed to be, the shallow ones. You are a node, so you have a mission in this life, and your mission is not to waste your time with the superficial people, the people who are all about gossip and jealousy and intrigue. You are not supposed to be doing that. You have to look for the ascension of your soul, your spirit. Try to meditate, to get in more contact with your spirit, mentors, especially to protect you, because there will be some attacks on you, this month. And like I said, It could be just jealousy from other people. It could be many other things. But whatever it is, you do have spirits, that protect you. But you need to ask them to protect you too, because there is this universal law that they need permission to approach you, right? So you have your protectors. They're all available to you. And also, it's important for you to be in touch with nature this month. That's where you're going to get your peace of mind. That's where you're going to be, really, really connected with your own inner power. Because over here, you could feel discouraged, right? Some cards were telling you that it could be tough, and you feel discouraged, like you don't understand why all these things are happening to you. So God is telling you, look, in the eyes of the animals, go into nature, try to connect with them, because they will serve as a mirror back to you, to show you you are powerful, you are protected, you are a blessed, a human being. You are just a human being now, but inside of you there is a very old soul that has been to many other lifetimes here in different bodies, and it has conquered, it has, gone through a lot of hardship, right? Death and rebirth. That's all Scorpio. So don't give up. All right? Don't give up. Know that you are powerful and you are protected. So let's find out what the archangels have to say for you so we can finish this reading. What are, the messages from the archangels to these people of Sun, Moon, and Rising in Scorpio? See? Breathe. Archangel Raphael, the archangel of healing, he's telling you, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. So maybe in the past you always give in, you always, went back and fought back when people were jealous of you, or telling bad things about you, or trying to come and attack you. Sometimes the best defense is to actually not try to even defend yourself. Just go away. You know what I mean? Be quiet. Don't yell at people. Silence sometimes is the best way to attack somebody who's trying to cause trouble, who's causing, a scandal. Like like when people are really angry and they're yelling at you, of course you want to just choke them to death. But sometimes by being quiet and you using that amazingly powerful, scary look that only a Scorpio person has, and look inside of that person's eyes, you can tell them that they are messing with the wrong people, and they will feel your energy and they will stop and will go away. But if they don't, you go away. You need to keep your peace. You need to keep your integrity and your dignity, especially, at work and in your love life as well. To be honest, like in every aspect of your life right now, you could have to deal with, people like that. And the best way would be to just ignore them and move away. Go whenever you're pissed off at somebody did you wrong. Just go into nature, go for a walk in a park, go to the beach. Especially the beach is extremely beneficial to you, because it's all about water, depth, and that has to do with Scorpio. Water sign, depth, right? And so connect with those things. And I am 100% that you will feel way much better, and you will feel even more powerful when you come back, and you will rise like the phoenix that you are. Okay, my loves. I hope you enjoyed it despite my English being, terrible today. I hope you could understand the message. If you did, I would appreciate if you left your comment, you pressed the like button, you shared my videos, and you also subscribe to my channel, because I do intend to create more videos in English and Portuguese from now on. I just sometimes don't have a lot of time, but the intention is there, and I promise to do my best. Okay? I love you guys. I wish you the best. I wish God to protect you, and we will see you next month. Okay? Ciao, ciao. Take care.